Hey everybody, Dauntless here. You may notice I have some rather dark rings under my eyes, and the reason is because I just spent the last 6 hours at an emergency vet clinic because my dog had hurt his paw. And thankfully, he's doing fine now. He just has to take some pain medication. It looks like he might have pulled a tendon or have some growing pains in his wrist or something. So he should be okay. At least that's what we're all hoping. But I figured, why not utilize these dark rings under my eyes to further the blah 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 tired brain words here. I guess the air of creepy horror of this game, The Last Door. Now, this is an indie game that came out a little while ago. It's always been one of my favorites just because of how well it encapsulates the Lovecraft, or at least a Lovecraftian storyline. And you may notice it's broken into episodes. I'm only doing one episode at a time. I'm not going to do the whole game because I think it would take forever, and I don't want to have massive videos like I do with Space Quest. Space Quest 5 is taking forever because, wow, it's like 3.5 hours long to get through it, even with skipping, even with skipping a lot of the extra dialogue and stuff. So here we go. Episode 1. Yes, I do want to start over. After all the things I've seen. Yes, folks, you're going to have to deal with my narration. After all the things I've done, I cannot escape the course my life has taken. Now I am beyond redemption. I just hope you can forgive me someday. Wait! You gotta sign your will off to me first! Yours sincerely, Anthony Beechworth. Oh. How can I tell you I forgive you when you're dead? Awesome soundtrack time. Like, this is amazing. Like, I feel like it encapsulates a kind of a creepier feeling into a Sherlock Holmes sound, kind of like the 1890s violins and stuff like that. Very awesome. October 1891. Videte Nakiskiet. That was all my childhood friend Anthony Beechworth had written in his letter. It had been many years since I had heard that sentence. It was the motto of the Science and Philosophy group that we had secretly run as students, back when we were in that secluded boarding school in Scotland, but we had left it all behind like mere childhood memories. That letter was unusual. It could only mean something awful must have happened. Something that must remain absolutely secret. I had to find out what was going on. Well, that was one hell of a philosophy group. Without delay, I took the first morning train to Sussex and made my way to the address on the letter. And there it was, the old house of Anthony's family, the Beechworth Manor. It's like a house in the middle of nowhere. Episode 1. The Letter. Like, the graphics are very simple, but I like... Basically, my view on it is they've done the best they could with what they were doing. So if you wanted to do pixelated graphics like this, classic Space Quest 1 grade pixelated graphics, this is about as high definition or high res as you could get it. Especially with all the detail. I mean, you can see the bricks here. the vines going down. You can almost see brickwork all over the place and mortars and stuff like that. It's really amazing. Well, let's search around the outside. Ooh. A murder of crows is eating eagerly. There are so many birds that I cannot see the prey from here. Should I walk forward? Maybe not! Those crows are too vicious. Getting close could be dangerous. Oh, fine. I'll just go the other way. This is strange. Everything is silent, as if there was no one else living here, or no one living here at all. I'm worried about Anthony. I have to find him. I'm doing a British accent because I feel like this whole thing takes place in Britain. Did I already say that? This whole thing takes place in Britain anyway, in kind of the European areas, from Britain to Scotland, stuff like that. My coat. Is this Anthony? The years have not been kind to him. A note on the table. It says, Dear Mr. Beechworth, due to the recent events, the situation has become unbearable for us, and much to our regret, we have no other choice but to leave. We will remain forever grateful for all these years in your service. God bless you, Mr. and Mrs. Brewer. So apparently all the servants left. A grandfather clock. It is the only sound around here. A deer head overlooks the room with glass eyes. I kind of thought it was a moose, like that nose where it gets kind of bigger in the front. Looks a little more moose-ish to me, but I guess the antlers are wrong. A machine that plays recorded music. I did not know that Anthony was such an enthusiast of new inventions. A cabinet with glasses and some liquor bottles. There is also a matchbox. Yeah, matchboxes are useful in case we need to burn the house down to get rid of any lingering curses. These matches could come in useful. Yes, for like burning the damn house down! That large window is wide open, letting the cold dusk air in. Well, then why don't we close it? So that creepy crawlies don't get in and kill me! A fireplace. It looks like it has not been cleaned in a long time. A seascape. There is a small boat struggling against the roaring waves. A rainy mountain landscape. This portrait is crooked. I guess I'll take the time to fix it. This guy is really terrible at fixing portraits. Aha. An old rosary, a cord of beads with a solid wooden crucifix. This painting depicts a deep, dark forest. A small plant brings some life to this place. Not much. A lamp to light the way. I'll take that. There is nothing of interest in these drawers. A wash basin and some toiletries. There is a discoloration on the wall in the shape of a cross, as if one had hung there for many years and been recently removed. An empty bowl like the one used to feed pets. The window is so dirty that I can barely see through the outside. March 5th, 1891. Master Anthony has made us get rid of our religious objects. Well, that's always a good sign. What is going on with him? Luckily, I have found a place to hide my rosary. I cannot pray every night without it. May 18th. Master Anthony has been complaining about Alfie. What would a simple cat do to him? He ordered us to keep him out of the house at all times. Still, I cannot let that poor thing starve. He is such a clever cat. Every time I open the window, he knows food is waiting for him. Anyway, I'm worried about Master Anthony. He is growing more and more unlike himself every day. September 15th. Master Anthony is spending whole days locked inside his office. He wants us to leave him food at the door, but he barely eats anything. I'm really worried. Interesting. So it sounds like the servants were taking some stress, shall we say, from Master Anthony's odd behavior. There's a tiny dark hole in the wall. Ooh. Okay. Did that one, so let's move on. This door is locked. I should try and find the key to open it. Why? I'd just like to raise that question, and this is something that Markiplier does, he raises the question, why do I have to open that door? I mean, I suppose the guy could be there on the other side, but still. I have no real reason to assume that he's there. The kitchen stove and a cleaning cloth. I'll take that cloth. It might come in handy. I'll take it. A plate with some days' old leftovers. Plates and pans. A variety of herbs and ingredients. I have unlatched the door. The last door? Nope, this just heads out here. Okay, it's not the last door, everybody. It's okay. The story is still going. It's dark. Excuse me. There we go. This door is stuck. It won't open. Can't look at any of these paintings or pictures or whatever. Oh, excuse me. Some square areas on the wall are visibly cleaner. It looks like some of the paintings are missing. This doorway has been boarded up. Ah! A gentleman with a serious and inquisitive look. A silver key. I'll take that. A double bed. From the accumulated dust, I would guess it has not been slept in for a very long time. The fireplace is black with soot. Small photographs and old daguerreotypes, mostly family portraits. That almost seems like a Spanish kind of word, with the U and the E there and everything. Which would make sense. I did notice that a lot of the people who produce this have Hispanic last names, so I'm wondering if this is made by a, if this was made somewhere in Spain. I really haven't looked this up. Spain, Mexico, or one of the Hispanic areas. I love the game, but I haven't researched much about it, but yeah, that word right there. Of course, it could be just one of those words I haven't seen before. Already done that. This window leads to a balcony shared with the adjacent room. I cannot open the latch, it is stuck. Perhaps I could do so using a small tool. Rosary. Nope. It is locked from the inside. So this is probably the one that I can get to through the through this room right here. Couldn't I use my matches to like light one of the things on the wall there? I guess I might need. Oh, I am so sorry. I guess I might need some of this and some of the light in another room. That's right, there was a locked room over here. Nice! Hi? I don't want to be down here! Last place you ever want to go in a horror movie is in the basement. Especially if it's an H.P. Lovecraft horror story. A slightly rusty iron crowbar. A small pile of firewood, twigs, and chunks of dry bark. I feel like my accent is starting to change over time here. The more tired I am. I am very sorry. Okay, so this is to open up that planked up room, so let's go take a look at that. The puzzles are very simple, I found, in the first few episodes. Even in the first full thing, the puzzles are fairly simple. But they get more complex as time goes on. Not yawning! I'm not gonna yawn! My mouse disappeared for a second there. Alright, here is our door. My God! What has happened here? Leave me alone. The writing on the walls reads, "Leave me alone." Why would who would have written such a thing? Maybe Anthony? The lifeless body of a woman. It has been here for a few days. She looks like she's clutching a note in her hand. I am writing what it will surely be my final thoughts, my last lines, my last breath. I do not know what kind of dark power has turned my husband into what he is now, a stranger, with a look bereft of old sanity, compassion, and human warmth. Okay, so this is his wife. I do not know what shadow has slowly darkened our lives. I do not know this foreign guest that now dwells in our souls. I do not know where it is from, but I am sure it is not from this world. I will meet my brothers and sisters soon. I will be free from this abyss of madness and fear. Soon I will stop trembling. Oh, that's convenient. A simple long hairpin. Mine. It is a letter. Dear Margaret, it has been days since Anthony left his office. I can hear him whisper angrily, frightfully, and it gets worse at night. Our service left a few days ago. Without their help and company, I am lost. I can barely walk out of bed, and not even the doctor will come here after his argument with Anthony. My husband has developed a horrible ability to break anyone's will. I do not know what to do. I do not have any strength left. I wish I could send you this letter. Your dear friend, Anna Beechworth. An old wheelchair. Nothing of interest on this dressing table. A letter in feeble handwriting. I cannot go on. All is lost. It is a diary page. I cannot stand their stares. They watch me. They judge me. They despise me. I know they think I am not trustworthy of this family. But who are they but dust and bones? A memory. Leave me. I do not need you. Leave me alone. Interesting. So whatever he's doing, it was messing the whole house up. Hang on a second. There's a big raven perched outside the window, tapping on the glass with its beak. A woman of strong features and dark hair. She has a bold look in her eyes. She looks like the woman in the bed. She is holding a baby. Could that be Anthony's child? Oh, God. Where's the kid? The young Anthony, just like I remember him. This old man bears some resemblance to Anthony, but his countenance is marred by a severe, unsettling gaze. This young woman, not yet in her 20s, stares defiantly back at me. A man with blonde hair. I feel as if I have seen him before. A portrait of Anthony standing beside a mounted wildcat or lynx. The paint looks fresher around the animal's head. odd. The paint looks fresh around the animal's head. So he painted on the painting itself. Okay. Oh, right. Hairpin. Maybe I can open up the door over here. Ah. Using the hairpin, I have managed to spring the latch with ease. A lynx mounted and stuffed. This is a fine work of taxidermy. Well, there's the lynx from the picture. A few handwritten notes. That goddamn cat! He meows every night, and it is for me. I know it. He is mocking me. He knows my secret. He knows. Oh, this guy was definitely sane. I will not let him ruin everything. I do not have any choice. I have to put an end to his miserable life, or better yet, I will blind him. Oh, wonderful. You gabby lynx. You would not confess. No, not you. Woo, this guy went way over the deep end. A few press cuttings pinned to the wall. The Illustrated London News, 1887. Judge kills himself under strange circumstances. The Daily Telegraph, 1888. Earl found dead floating in the Thames. The Thames, excuse me. The Times, 1889. Famous actor found bled to death in his hotel room. Ah, man. They talk about ruining hotel rooms when you're popular or something. That's a little bit much. You're not supposed to die in there. A map of the region of Sussex with markings drawn on its surface. Some strange books written in a language unknown to me. Remains of chemical experiments. Some sort of spilled chemical product. It smells strongly of vinegar. A can of paint thinner. A common hammer in good condition. Some torn out diary pages. They will not bother me any more. I am done with their censorious gazes, their whispers. It is all ready. There is only one thing left to do. Oh, boy. On the top of the ladder there is a trap door with a keyhole, reinforced with gold. The gold reinforced trap door is locked. I need to find the key. Okay. Alright, so this is the room out here. Now I'm trying to think. This thing is... I have no memory of this place. Okay, I don't need anything there. And I don't think the cat's gonna come in if there's no food, or at least he's not gonna stick around. The birds are still having their snack over there. read that. There's nothing in there, they said. And I've been in here. So there must be something inside of this room over this way that I'm missing. I got the hammer, and that's about it. I must have missed something somewhere else. What was the thing? Rats. I thought that would be a little too obvious. Some good old blunt force trauma, right? Maybe I missed something here. I think this is a slate disc record. The sleeve reads The Carnival of Venice. Ah, now I'm getting somewhere. This is what I was supposed to have. Alright, let's see. Oh, wrong room. Let's go play this. Yep, that's some old style recording programming right there. It looks like it's using records though, which is interesting because I thought originally they had these wax cylinder things that they used that would try and record your song onto this wax cylinder. It must be broken. I do not know how to make it stop. The music has abruptly stopped. Hi! This room is really red. My face is so red right now. Did you want something? So if all the crows are in there, that means they're not out here. A dying crow. Not much life left in it. I have put an end to the poor creature's suffering. You don't actually have to do that, actually. You get an achievement just because it's not something you have to do, but you can. I didn't even know about that until recently, and I hadn't tried it before. I hear something in the distance. It sounds like a lament. Where did the crow go? Well, I think if you look at this here blood trail, you'll see your answer. The crow is gone. There is a tiny dark hole in the wall. Okay, yes. The sound is louder down here. It's definitely the cat. Obviously, I already know this because I played it, but you can tell just by the sound that it's still creepy. The black cat is staring at me, but wait! Its eyes are missing. Good lord! It almost ripped my eyes out. It has run away into the dark. There is an open chest with a dark cloak, a mask, and a knife. This knife could be useful. Yes, for defending myself against aggressive and blind cats. Alright. That's the wrong way. Okay. So I know that I need to, Oh, I had to pick it up first. Okay, Dauntless, paying attention again. Now let's do this. The thinner is worked, the fresh paint is gone, and now I can see the original painting. The lynx's mouth is open, as if it were growling. I believe the other lynx's mouth is closed. So let's go see what we got. If you wanted me to find you, Mr. Beechworth, this is definitely not how to do it. I managed to get the lynx's mouth open. There's a gold key inside. Oh God, no! Anthony, no! The lifeless body of my dear friend. What madness could have led him to commit such an act? There is something in his pocket. It is a sealed letter. Dear J. Devitt. Well, he was expecting me to find him. If you are reading these lines, then I am nothing but a dead body hanging before you. I write to you in my last shreds of lucidity. You are one of my oldest friends, and when I sent you the letter asking you to come here, I did not doubt for one moment that you would. Had you failed me this evening, everything would have been lost. I have found myself involved in a series of horrible incidents, or series of unfortunate events. For reasons beyond my comprehension and sanity, go away, Raven! I have become a total stranger to myself and to my closest relatives, capable of the most indescribable and atrocious acts. I cannot give you any more details at this time. I must ask you to go immediately back to the boarding school where we made that pact, where we all swore on our honor that sentence that would protect us. I'm gonna guess that's the one in Latin. This letter must not reach anyone else, so it is imperative that you destroy it immediately. The lives of the rest of the group, and yours too, are in great danger. Do not delay. They are already waiting for you. Seeing is believing, Devitt. Do not forget that. Always your loyal friend, Anthony Beechworth. Well, yeah, fine. Just, clean up the mess, I guess. And there it is. That is episode 1 of The Last Door. I am going to be going through all of these as best I can. I know the second chapter, not the second episode, is rated M for mature, but I cannot, at least I've heard it was. But when I did all my research, it came up as not rated, and I think that's more applicable because there really isn't anything in these that I would consider too over the top, I guess you could say. I mean, obviously there's a little bit of blood and some very minor language, but it's nothing that you wouldn't see in most PG-13 movies. So I know, as I said before, I'm trying to maintain sort of a family-friendly channel, but so this one I'm pretty sure is good. That's why I am doing it, and it's absolutely fantastic. So thank you everybody for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in The Last Door or whichever next video comes out. You all have a great day.